Hi Jamie, I'm Marissa, and I'd like to respond to your post. I thought you had a great discussion about the importance of having a biblical perspective when approaching developmental psychology. One of the things that you mentioned that really resonated with me was your discussion of spiritual development. You mentioned that spiritual development was one of the most neglected aspects of the human development process. Did you have a specific reference for that? I would be curious to learn more about that specific area, and I can definitely see how, in a secular world, that is likely, particularly noting that developmental psychology has been compartmentalized. And Hinn's article sort of walks through why a more well-rounded approach to developmental psychology is necessary. I would also add that part of a more well-rounded approach to developmental psychology includes the aspect of spiritual development. Additionally, I thought your interpretation of Matthew 6:33, which says, "But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." I thought that verse was used very well. I think that traditionally this verse isn't necessarily applied to development or teaching, but I think it is important to understand that the kingdom of heaven is the most important things in our lives. And we should not only live our lives with that as the overall goal, but we should also be teaching and developing our children and students, and even reflecting that perspective in our daily social interactions, reflecting that perspective that the kingdom of heaven is in fact our top priority. And research as a whole is super important, is particularly in any avenue in psychology as a whole, or developmental psychology, or any avenue. But without that knowledge that we are here first and foremost to seek the Lord and his kingdom, then research alone isn't enough. So that concludes my discussion, and here are my references.